Yesterday afternoon, approximately 12 after 4 p.m., we received a call of a house fire right next to the Uno gas station, which, as you rightly said, indeed was relatively close. On our arrival, we observed what was a two-story structure. The upper portion of the building was fully engulfed in flames, and it created quite a fright. The fire department team quickly, and I mean quickly, went into firefighting mode, whereby we observed that if we had been probably 2 minutes more hesitant than normal, it could have been a fiasco. We would have still been fighting the fire up until today. Luckily, we managed to subdue that fire, bring it under control, concentrating the damage to the initial structure that was ablaze.
Sir, there are two houses in that yard, I believe. There's the upstairs, downstairs house, and there's a house behind it in the same yard. Did that second house receive any damage?
Fortunately, that house did not receive any sort of damage whatsoever, neither fire nor water damage. Unfortunately, the occupant of that house, 44-year-old Miss Ursula Ferguson, her loss was downsided to a stove that she had reportedly just received, either via donation or something to that effect. But unfortunately for her, she wasn't successful in putting the stove in her establishment before the fire. That was her only loss, which was a single stove. 40-year-old Mr. Terius Garnett, he's the occupant of the structure where the fire started from. He reported to have been asleep in his room with his son when he was awakened by the heat. Observing that the structure was on fire, he quickly exited the building. Fire department have conducted an investigation in trying to conclude the cause of the fire, whereby we determined that the fire somehow started directly from the room whereby Mr. Garnett started. We narrow it down to that of an electrical flaw. Seeing that there isn't no other factor, we've learned that the building is of age. It's over 20-something plus years. The proper electrical maintenance wasn't conducted, and we've had history of that building before. Unfortunately, this is the results whereby the sole tenant of that establishment lost everything.
History meaning that there were other fires there?
Well, the yard, as you can see, there are remains of what was probably 3 or 4 stories of structure within the same yard. And that particular location do have some history with the fire department as well. So I guess that was one of the reasons that prompted our team into what you can say rapid mode.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into the worst case scenario here. Had things blown out of proportion, then we would have been dealing with something that we're almost not ready for. I would have had to then brought in off-duty personnel, and hoping that the equipment that we have could have sufficed that blaze. Fortunately, as far as I've been told by management from the gas station, they are now constructed with automatic shut-off valves. And another plus from these gas stations to the fire department is that all these tanks are now built underground. So that is the plus from them to us. Yeah. That is a gift from them to us. Having these underground tanks with an automatic shutter valve would then just allow us to fight superficial or surface fires like you have mentioned.